Good Thursday morning. It is the heat wave that will not end.
Another day of record highs on tap from coast to coast. It is July 30th. This is Today. No relief.
It's been so hot.
Dangerous heat still gripping much of the country and set to shatter even more records. Alerts from California to Florida with triple digits as high as 119 degrees today, while the Northeast recovers from that historic rain and severe flooding. We've got your full forecast. Breaking overnight, hitting back. The U.S. retaliating with major strikes across Iran after that surprise attack against American forces in the region. The war escalating once again with no end in sight. A live report from the White House straight ahead. Senate showdown. Republicans threatening to hold Dr. Anthony Fauci in contempt after his heated appearance on Capitol Hill.
It is a total disgrace what he did to this country.
Fauci invoking the Fifth Amendment more than 100 times and refusing to answer any questions.
What color's the carpet in front of you?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer.
So, what's next for the nation's former top health official? We'll have the very latest. Face to face.
There is great significance in being the first American Pope.
Pope Leo talking to NBC's Tom Yamas after his inspiring concert for peace.
Amazing grace.
This morning, the Pope's message to the world and what he shared about his plans to visit the U.S. Humble hero. The 16-year-old lifeguard who braved violent surf and crashing waves at a California beach to drag a boy to safety, now speaking out for the first time. The family of the child he saved calling it a miracle.
I cannot even express how much gratitude I have towards him.
The remarkable story behind this rescue just ahead. All that, plus take a look. NASA preparing to launch the most advanced telescope ever built.
This is going to be the greatest exploration asset that we've ever put into space.
Our first-hand look inside the mission to unlock some of the greatest mysteries of the universe. And honoring an icon.
Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
The beloved Michael J. Fox set to receive a major award at this year's Emmys.
Playing for
Hollywood's big plans to celebrate his inspiring work both on and off screen. Today, Thursday, July 30th, 2026.
From NBC News, this is Today with Savannah Guthrie and Craig Melvin. From Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
And a very good morning to you. Welcome to Today. So glad you've decided to start your Thursday morning with us. Good to be back in Studio 1A alongside Hallie Jackson.
Hi, friends.
Who's in for Savannah while she's on assignment for NBC.
We're so glad to have you back. We were thinking of you when we were covering all the extreme weather that you got caught up in all across the country.
I did. It was hot down in South Carolina for sure, but it's good to be back and good to have you here with us
Thank you, friend. Appreciate it. And we're starting today with a very busy morning following breaking news on a number of fronts today, including those overnight strikes in the Middle East, the U.S. unleashing a new wave of attacks on Iran.
Also this morning, fallout growing over Dr. Anthony Fauci's testimony on Capitol Hill yesterday after Dr. Fauci pleaded the Fifth more than 100 times when questioned about his handling of the pandemic.
But let's start with even more extreme weather coast to coast. Here in the Northeast, flash floods. Look at this, washing away roads, leaving homes underwater.
The other big weather story, that blistering, unrelenting heat. More than 60 million waking up to new alerts from California to Florida with record highs expected in parts of Texas and the Southwest this morning. We've got it all covered. We'll start with NBC's Ryan Chandler. He is in Dallas, where it will hit triple digits again today. Ryan, good morning.
And Craig, you're right. We can already feel that sweltering weather setting in over Texas this morning. The sun is not even over us yet, but it'll bring us north of 100 degrees as we get through today. Tens of millions of people from coast to coast also waking up to extreme heat alerts, with more on the way. It's a tale of two summers. In the Southwest and the Plains, the heat is sweltering.
It's been so hot.
Temperatures as high as 20 degrees above average. Firefighters in Phoenix rescuing a hiker who fell ill, with temperatures on the trail already in the mid-90s at the time.
I got up there and it's like, what the heck did I do? Bringing our family, I shouldn't have done this. But I knew that I really needed help.
Meanwhile, torrential rain is pummeling the Northeast. A powerful storm system stretching from Pennsylvania to Connecticut. Swift-moving waters collapsing buildings and submerging streets.
Present situation in town.
Bringing tragedy in New Jersey, where a 10-year-old boy passed away after getting caught in the Passaic River, pushing his sister to safety.
The little boy may have saved her life.
Another young girl still missing. Downpours also flooding upstate New York, where some communities saw more than 10 inches of rain in just 24 hours, prompting water rescues and forcing drivers to abandon submerged cars. The storm's wreaking havoc on travel and disrupting one of the Northeast's busiest Amtrak lines because of water on the tracks, as Americans cope with another week of wild weather. And as much of that tragic weather turns destructive, even deadly, it's worth remembering that extreme heat, like the type we're going to face across here in Texas today and across the country, that is the deadliest form of weather that the average American faces every year. So officials are urging caution as we make our way through this. Greg.
All right. Ryan Chandler starting us off there in Texas. Ryan, thank you.
Let's bring in Weekend Today meteorologist Angie Lastman, who's in for Al today. And Angie, it really is a tale of two weather stories here.
Yeah, we finally have seen things kind of wind down when it comes to the severe weather in some spots, especially across the Northeast. But that heat that we've been talking about all week long, not letting up anytime soon. You can see how expansive these heat alerts are. 69 million people across parts of the Southeast, the Gulf Coast, the Southern Plains, and the Southwest included in those as we gear up for, you guessed it, another day of temperatures into the 90s, if not triple digits. That heat dome is partially thanks for this. We're going to continue to see us getting kind of hotter over the next couple of days. So Tucson expected to hit 109 today. We've got 104 for the heat index in Abilene this afternoon. Houston, you will feel like 106 degrees. And even you look farther north to Green Bay, 90 degrees, but feeling like 91. So very summer-like out there. We'll see these temperatures be anywhere from 5 to even 15 degrees above normal in a lot of spots. Notice Grand Junction into the triple digits tomorrow. Lubbock 101, El Paso 106. And then we really turn up the heat as we get into the weekend across the Southwest. This is where we'll see some of these record highs likely. 116 on Saturday in Phoenix. We'll get to those 100 plus values on Saturday and Sunday in Salt Lake City. Unfortunately, not a whole lot of relief for folks there. A bit of relief, though, when it comes to the flooding concerns across the New England area. We've seen those kind of expire, but still dealing with some of these kind of lingering rain showers through the day today. We know just how saturated our grounds were in this region, so no surprise if we see some minor flooding. We're still going to be kind of marginally concerned about that through the day today, but it should be isolated. We picked up double-digit values in some spots, so even another quarter an inch or so across this region through the day today, guys, could be problematic for folks there.
All right, Angie, we'll come back to you in just a few minutes. Thank you. We turn now to that breaking news from the Middle East overnight. The U.S. launching major strikes against Iran after President Trump vowed to strike back in the wake of a thwarted surprise attack on American forces in the region. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez is at the White House for us. Gabe, good morning.
Greg, good morning. The U.S. and Iran are now trading nightly attacks, and Iran is denying that it wants to sit down for peace talks. People familiar with the discussions tell NBC News the president is increasingly exasperated on Iran as top officials can't agree on a path forward. Overnight, the U.S. military launching new retaliatory strikes against Iran. U.S. Central Command saying it hit dozens of targets, including military command centers, as well as missile and drone facilities.
We're going to be hitting them very hard because it's our turn to hit them.
President Trump with that earlier warning after Iran's unsuccessful surprise ballistic missile attack against American forces the day before in Jordan.
We had 5 rockets shot going 8,500 miles an hour, and all 5 rockets were knocked down to the ground.
Iran this morning threatening its own retaliation, vowing, quote, the aggressor will be punished today. This latest escalation coming after Iran broke a preliminary ceasefire deal by firing on commercial ships in the Strait of Hormuz weeks ago. The war appears to now be intensifying again throughout the region. Smoke seen rising over a U.S.-owned gas storage tanker in Egypt. Saudi Arabia joining the U.S. attacking Iran-aligned militias in Iraq. Still, President Trump is insisting Iran is ready to make a deal.
It's going to be straightening out. It's going to be straightening out.
Meanwhile, Americans are increasingly skeptical of the conflict. 72% in a new poll disapprove of the president's handling of Iran. A U.S. official and a person familiar with the discussion tell NBC News the president's frustrations about his military and diplomatic options to end the war erupted during a meeting last week with top national security officials. At one point, the president yelling expletives. The White House calling that description false, adding that the president trusts his team. For now, though, the pause in hostilities is over, and the war is flaring back up again.
We'll see if we get there with an agreement at some point, but we're going to hit them very hard.
Meanwhile, in another conflict the president is trying to contain, days after meeting with Ukraine's leader, Russian airstrikes just killed at least 13 people in Ukraine overnight in attacks reaching the western part of the country, prompting neighboring Poland, a U.S. NATO ally, to scramble fighter jets to secure its airspace. Craig.
Gabe Gutierrez from the White House for us. Gabe, thank you.
To that heated hearing now on Capitol Hill, which saw Dr. Anthony Fauci refuse to answer repeated questions about his handling of the COVID pandemic. The nation's former top health official pleading the fifth more than 100 times, and Republicans are now threatening to hold him in contempt of Congress. Our Monica Alba has that story. Hey, Mon, good morning.
Hey, Hallie, good morning. This hearing was supposed to be part of an investigation into the origins of COVID-19 and the government's response, but instead it highlighted the deep partisan divisions that still exist over the pandemic years later.
This morning, Dr. Anthony Fauci facing a new threat, a potential contempt of Congress vote, after refusing more than 100 times to answer questions Wednesday during a contentious Senate hearing.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
The former director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases calling the Republican chairman, Senator Rand Paul, unhinged.
The sole reason he is calling me before this committee is to get me to say something, anything, that could vindicate his repeated public pledges that I end up, in his words, quote, behind bars.
Senator Paul, who's accused Fauci of what he calls a COVID cover-up, saying his committee will vote next week on whether Fauci violated the law.
If that resolution passes our committee, which it will, then it could simply be referred directly to the Department of Justice.
During the nearly 3-hour hearing, Republicans repeatedly slamming Fauci, who was a key member of the White House COVID task force for both the Trump and Biden administrations.
It is a total disgrace what you did to this country.
What color's the carpet in front of you?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer.
You could sit for InStyle magazine, but you can't answer questions for the American people.
President Trump, who once had this to say about individuals who refuse to answer questions under oath.
You see, the mob takes the Fifth. If you're innocent, why are you taking the Fifth Amendment?
But later invoked the Fifth Amendment himself more than 400 times in a civil case in New York. After the hearing, the president asked about Fauci's decision.
I've never been a big fan of Fauci. Why he did that was very simple. His lawyer told him to.
Committee Democrats suggesting Fauci, who by his own count has testified before Congress more than 200 times during his decades in public health, made the right call.
This proceeding smacks of a show trial, a vendetta.
The pardon that Fauci received from former President Biden would not apply to any criminal charges that could come from yesterday's refusal to answer questions, which is ultimately up to the DOJ, while Fauci's attorney says they are completely confident that Fauci was on solid ground in asserting his Fifth Amendment right. Hallie?
Monica Alba, thank you.
Meanwhile, the president's pick to lead the Justice Department could be in jeopardy. Late last night, Republicans postponed today's key vote on Todd Blanche's nomination amid a showdown with 2 GOP senators. NBC's Kelly O'Donnell joins us now with that story. So, Kelly, first of all, good morning to you. What's behind this holdup, and where do things go from here?
Good morning. Good to see you, Craig. The Blanche nomination took a hit a roadblock after 2 Republican senators expressed concerns late yesterday that essentially prevented that planned vote today from going forward. And there's no new date set. So the issue is that Senators John Cornyn and Thom Tillis want commitments in writing from the Department of Justice to change a Trump family settlement with the IRS. And that would put an end to the unprecedented so-called anti-weaponization fund that could be used to pay compensation to Trump allies. The DOJ says it has sent a new proposal to Senators Cornyn and Tillis, as officials say they continue to work to reach some kind of resolution. Neither Tillis nor Cornyn is on the ballot in November, making them both more politically free to buck the president. The president reiterated his support for Blanche yesterday and took a shot at the Texas senator.
Todd Blanche is outstanding, and I thought it was pretty routine because he's so good. You just wouldn't find a better person. So I don't know, maybe John Cornyn's upset with me because I didn't endorse him.
Senator Cornyn denied that would be why he would hold up this vote, calling it a convenient excuse. Meanwhile, the committee chairman, Chuck Grassley, said he wants to allow more time for negotiations. Craig?
Kelly O'Donnell, forced there on Capitol Hill. Kelly O, thank you.
There's a lot more to get to this morning, including Pope Leo's high-profile concert for peace at the Papal Summer Residence. Did you catch it right here on NBC? Stephanie Gosk is here with more. Steph, good morning.
Hey, Hallie, good morning. The concert featured legendary Italian tenor Andrea Bocelli alongside more than 150 children from war-torn regions around the world. Pope Leo then spoke with nightly news anchor Tom Yamas after the event, reflecting on his role as leader of the Catholic Church and what it means to be an American.
Your Holiness, thank you so much for speaking with us.
NBC's Tom Yamas spoke with Pope Leo, who was raised in Chicago and says he loves America, but his priority now is leading the world's Catholics.
I'm curious, how important is being American to you?
I think of myself more as the Pope, who happens to be American. I understand my mission as having a very important dimension, which is precisely being pastor of a universal church. And yet, at the same time, I will acknowledge that for myself, as well as for the people of the United States, that there is great significance in being the first American Pope.
Pope Leo sharing for the first time on camera how slavery impacted his family.
On my mother's side, we have people who were both slaves and slave owners. There's a history of if you will, growing up in the kind of experience that helps me to recognize myself one of the greatest wealths of the United States.
He also answered a question many Americans have been eager to know.
Will Americans see you soon in America?
They will see me there. Nothing is set in stone yet, but I certainly hope to be there soon.
The exchange taking place just moments after the Pontiff's Concert for Peace at his summer home, Castel Gandolfo.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound.
World-renowned artist Andrea Bocelli singing alongside children from war-torn regions around the globe. At one point, a child from the choir addressing the Pope directly.
War is a dark night that takes away our friends, our parents, our schools, and our homes, and no one can tell us why.
Pope Leo telling Telemundo's Julio Vaquero that he believes children can teach us a great deal, while urging the world to set aside differences and unite in peace. As for that potential visit to the U.S., Pope Leo said he expects to be here in the next 2 years, but was not specific about location or timing. I got my money on Chicago.
I have a feeling. Yeah. A lot of people looking to circle that one on the calendar as it comes up. Thanks, Steph.
It's good to see our guy Tom Yamas there, too, with the Pope. Yeah. Let's turn back to the weather now. Angie, in for Al this morning.
Yeah, shall we? Let's talk about some of the nice things that we have going on today, guys. If you live in the Ohio Valley, parts of the Great Lakes, even the Mid-Atlantic, you're going to see plenty of sunshine. We do have some of those scattered storms for New England and some severe storms that we're going to watch across parts of the northern and central plains. Let's look at the weather across the country. We'll get to your local forecast in the next 30 seconds.
Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Dale's got a history. There's a party downtown near 5th Street. Everybody at the bar gets tipsy.
We're back. We're back at 7:30. We're cranking one of our favorite jams, of course. That's Shaboozie's smash hit, bar song, Tipsy. We're going to rock out to that one tomorrow Because the music star will be here for a fun Friday concert on the Plaza. Get ready, Carson. Welcome back, Carson.
Can't wait for Shabuzi. That song was a juggernaut of it.
Oh,
19 weeks, #1 Billboard. So it'll be fun to have that here live. Shabuzi's the best.
And he's going to play some of his new stuff, too.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Guys, lots to get to in this first half hour. We'll start with the heroic teen behind that remarkable rescue that's making headlines across the country.
It's just incredible. This lifeguard, look at this, risking his own safety to pull a boy from the intense California surf. And now we are hearing from him. Kaylee Hartung is here with more. Hey, Kaylee.
Hey, good morning, guys. This was the first rescue ever for 16-year-old Ryder Williams. He immediately sprang into action to meet the moment and showed no signs of panic. Now, for the first time this morning, we are hearing his side of the story.
This morning, the teen lifeguard, who drew nationwide attention for a heroic rescue captured on dramatic video earlier this week, is speaking out. Ryder Williams saying in a statement, "This is my job, and I love what I do," as the father of the boy he saved praises the teen's actions.
I mean, I cannot even express how much gratitude I have towards him.
16-year-old Williams giving more details about the incident off the coast of Santa Cruz, saying he ran into the ocean when he saw the child stumble in ankle-deep water. But due to the volatility of the water, he couldn't get the boy into a rescue tube or pull him out of the water because, quote, he was limp and the waves were pushing so hard. The bystander who captured that viral video telling NBC Bay Area the surf had been normal.
And then that just changed, and it changed in a heartbeat. And it caught a lot of people off guard.
Describing the moment when Williams reached the boy.
He had just like a gorilla grip, you know, that he wasn't going to let him get swept out any further.
Williams eventually getting him to shore with another lifeguard's help. The lifeguard's father telling The Guardian Williams knew the boy could die if he let him go, and that the teen said, quote, "I just was not going to let that happen." His father saying, "I almost started crying because how determined he was to save that boy's life makes me so proud." The video drawing widespread praise, including from the president, who invited Williams to the White House. But the lifeguard remaining humble, saying other lifeguards perform rescues just like this every day, and that he was just grateful to return the child safely to his family. That family also thankful.
He saved my child.
Sumit Rai, who was not on the beach, saying his son told him later that he'd been unconscious and drowning.
I'm just grateful that he's alive, and it's miraculous.
Joining the chorus of praise for that heroic moment.
I'm beyond grateful and forever grateful to Ryder.
Looking at it, Kaylee, I've watched every frame of this. The strength, the bravery, the poise that this teenager showed, it's just incredible. And it's only his first year lifeguarding.
Isn't that incredible? Guys, next up, his junior year of high school.
Oh, man.
But this is a young man whose dad is a firefighter, his mom a marine science researcher. He grew up in this Santa Cruz community, so his dad says he was born for this kind of work. And Ryder actually wants to follow in dad's footsteps, work for the fire service. But how about this? All the attention that Ryder's getting, he wasn't even aware of it. He's not on social media.
Oh, man.
Love him even more.
Right?
Exactly.
And as impressive as this video is, he was actually a part of 5 rescues that same day. He says others were more difficult, but they just weren't caught on camera.
That's wild.
That day?
That
5
day.
rescues?
That day.
I mean, talk about somebody made for this moment, born for this moment. Kaylee, thank you so much.
Good stuff. Wow. All right, coming up, guys, Michael J. Fox, one of Hollywood's most beloved and inspiring stars, set to receive one of the industry's biggest honors. We're going to have that story for you coming up in a minute.
Also, Tom Costello got to check out the telescope that could soon be making some remarkable discoveries in deep space. Tom?
Okay, listen to this. Everything you and I think we know about the universe, it may all about to blow up, and that's in the words of the chief NASA scientist who says this telescope is going to rewrite textbooks, you guys.
Back now, it's 7:39, and this morning on In Depth Today, the countdown is on to a very exciting NASA launch.
Yeah, 1 month from now, the most advanced telescope ever is going to be sent into deep space, providing views unlike any we have ever seen before.
NBC's Tom Costello covers space for us. And Tom, good morning. You actually went behind the scenes to see the scope, huh?
Yeah, that's right. I got to tell you guys, the excitement within NASA is palpable here. The telescope is called the Nancy Grace Roman Telescope, named after NASA's first chief astronomer. It's going to orbit 1 million miles from Earth. And if you think those images that we've seen from Hubble and the James Webb Telescope, if you think those are cool, the Roman Telescope may be about to blow our minds. 30 days and counting until NASA launches a new deep space telescope that could literally rewrite astronomy textbooks, unveiling new celestial objects and shedding light on the universe's mysteries, including dark matter, dark energy, exoplanets, virtually anything from our solar system to galaxies at the very edge of the universe, and upending everything we think we know about the universe.
We're very likely to demonstrate that our standard model is wrong and to set ourselves on a path to figuring out how does our universe really work.
We went into the NASA clean room to see the Roman telescope up close before NASA shipped it to Florida. Make no mistake, this telescope is going to revolutionize our understanding of the stars because its field of view is 100 times greater than that of Hubble. So that will allow it to see thousands of planets, millions of galaxies, billions of stars that we have no idea are even out there.
I mean, this is going to be the greatest exploration asset that we've ever put into space right now, and it's just the beginning.
Named after NASA's first chief astronomer, the Roman telescope is slated to launch on August 30th. It'll take 30 days to get to its proper orbit called L2, 1 million miles away, so Earth won't block its view. And then it will begin opening our eyes to a galaxy and universe we barely understand. Over the first 5 years, Roman will capture 50 times as many images as the Hubble telescope captured in 3 decades, streaming a massive amount of data and images back to Earth, too many for any one person to survey them all.
We're talking about sending about 1 terabyte of data down to the ground every day. This is kind of like streaming 1 million songs from 1 million miles from Earth down to Earth. That's more music than I'll probably listen to in my whole life.
Wow. That's impressive.
That's so cool.
So 1 terabyte of data every day. How quickly are we going to see these images?
So it should take about a month to get into orbit, 90 days then to calibrate. It's a 300 megapixel camera, right? And then all those images will start to come back, we think, about 90 days after it actually gets into orbit, maybe early 2027. And we would expect to see the first images then feeding back to Earth. It will be capturing images 100 times more than Hubble can. And get this, 1 month of observations of our galaxy would take a century with Hubble. So this is just going to be a massive trove of photos, images, and data coming down to us.
Yeah.
Carson, you had a question too, didn't you?
No, you answered it. Because it takes forever to get to L2, right? Because L2 is the place where Earth's no longer obstructing the view for the camera. I was wondering how long it takes to develop the film.
Okay.
Well, they got to send people up there to do it, and they got to set up a whole lab. It's going to take a while.
Yeah. Thank you, Tom.
Thanks, Tom.
Back here on planet Earth, we've got some weather to talk about. Angie, what do we got?
My question is, how are they storing all that data? Because my iPhone is constantly full just from my photos here on Earth.
Yeah, you know what? It's a good question. We'll follow up with Tom next hour.
Okay, Tom, we'll wait for that answer. Meanwhile, we've got a couple of thunderstorms we're tracking across the middle of the country. It's the northern and central plains that we're specifically keeping an eye on today as this storm system moves across that region. Does bring a chance of some stronger storms to the central plains, and then by tomorrow, notice it works into parts of the Midwest. You'll see some showers and thunderstorms across that area, as well as the heavy rain from Iowa to Illinois. Let's look at the weather across the country. Let's see what's happening in your neighborhood. And let's look at your forecast, guys.
One of the things I missed most when I was gone, PSSP.
You
lie.
Yeah. Don't worry.
It's true.
Liar.
Carson's
You don't care about it.
That's not true. Almost as much as I care about.
You're going to like today's, though, because this is a Pop Start sneak peek, almost as if it mated with a boost. It's got that element to it. We're going to start here by talking about Michael J. Fox. Obviously, in his career, incredible. 5 Emmys, including 3 for this role.
Can I get you something to drink? Maybe some hot tea?
Tea? Do I look like Princess Margaret? Bring me a man's drink. Coffee. Black.
Make that 2.
Attaboy.
Hey, you 2 men want your coffee in cups? You want to drink it right out of the pot? Bearing in mind, Alex, this is your first cup of coffee ever.
Cups, Mom, and a lot of milk, please.
The actor took home consecutive wins for starring as Alex P. Keaton, obviously in Family Ties, and now Fox is adding one more award to his collection. The Television Academy announcing he will be receiving the Bob Hope Humanitarian Award at this year's Emmy ceremony. The special honor is in recognition of his transformative contributions to Parkinson's disease research and advocacy. And by the way, Fox is also nominated for an Emmy for his guest starring role in the show Shrinking. The Emmys are going to air September 14th here on NBC. You'd be hard-pressed to find a person more deserving of that award than the great Michael J. Fox.
Absolutely. No question.
Kudos to him. And I hope he picks up the one for Shrinking.
By the way, I saw his guest starring role in Shrinking.
Me too.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
What a moment that would be,
Yeah.
too. I mean, just incredible.
Not cool?
Carson,
Be
thank you
great
very much. More Pop Start in just a bit. Craig is excited for that. Plus, a special
No, he's
boy
not.
band edition of The Morning Boost right after this.
Carol S.
Not true.
We are back with the Boost, and Craig, you're handling it for Jenny this morning.
Okay. Try to do it proud. All right. So it doesn't seem that long ago we were all blasting the song. You can hear it right there. But if you want to feel super old, take a look at this question from a Gen Alpha kid that is tearing up the hearts of millennials everywhere.
Are they?
Are they what?
Still alive?
Are they alive?
Yeah.
Is who alive?
The people that made this song right now. Are they?
Are the people that made this song still alive?
Yeah. Like, what? What?
My guy, you're about to go viral on TikTok.
No, but like.
Yeah, my guy.
My guy.
Yeah, my guy, you are.
I think you might go viral for calling your son my guy.
Yeah. So that video made its way to the very much living members of NSYNC. Joey Fatone himself commenting, "It's okay, I forgive you." See, we need to teach our kids boy band history.
There's a lot of it.
Lance Bass weighing in as well with Define Alive.
I brought that point up.
We can bring the dance back. This hurts my heart, though. I mean, you dance. You remember? You were either.
Oh, he remembers.
You were
Yeah,
either
I was in the middle
Backstreet
of all
Boys
that.
or NSYNC,
Yeah,
and you
right.
like sort of picked one.
Not me. I was Switzerland because
Sure,
that was
you had
on
to
my
be.
TRL watch.
Correct.
I couldn't be.
Right.
Couldn't show favoritism.
Hallie, were you in sync?
Fully in sync.
Fully
My
in sync,
sister
me
was more
too.
Backstreet
You were-
Boys. and I was
yeah?
in sync. Yeah, she just. Yeah. It was,
What were you? You were
In sync?
In sync, yeah.
that's right.
What can I say?
We'll
Sorry,
do a little
Backstreet
dance
Boys.
later. It'll be good.
Do it on TV.
Sure. we
Guys,
gotta
coming
practice.
up on Pop Start, we've got a first look at Michael B. Jordan's next big movie. It's a new take on a beloved heist film. I'll tell you what we know about that. But first, quick check of your local news, weather, and these messages.
But here's
It's 8 o'clock on Today. Coming up, feeling the heat. Millions under new alerts this morning. Temperatures as high as 20 degrees above average, while even more torrential rain slams the Northeast.
Our present situation in town.
We're live with your full forecast. And fasten your seatbelt. JetBlue gearing up to launch brand new seating options at a range of costs that include even more legroom. The details coming right up. Then, shifting gears, just ahead, why vintage cars are having a moment.
Now it's sort of shifting to the boxy SUV. What's driving that?
It's really what people grew up with, right? People want to see the car that they always dreamed of having a kid.
With a growing number of women getting behind the wheel of these retro rides. Our deep dive on what's driving the trend. All that, plus Andrew Garfield live in Studio 1A.
Gonna make this baby sick.
The Odyssey's epic run rolls on.
Help me go home.
And Ben Affleck wants to be a millionaire. Today, Thursday, July 30th, 2026.
We're Today interns
from the University of Central Florida,
Emory University,
Ithaca College, the University of Southern California,
New York University,
Boston University,
the University of Arkansas,
and Syracuse University. And today we're celebrating National Intern Day!
Best best group of interns right there in America.
That's it.
Today's Show interns. Welcome back. Welcome back to today. So glad you're starting your Thursday morning with us. So glad Hallie Jackson helping us out this week while Savannah's on assignment for NBC. Always good to have you.
I'm excited to get on the plaza, see some of the interns, and I'm excited for what we're going to see from you in a fighter jet.
Tomorrow. So, I mean, I think I was mentioning this to you a little while ago. It really was an unbelievable experience.
That's so cool.
Getting the chance to suit up with the U.S. Navy's elite gladiator squadron. It was a once-in-a-lifetime flight over the nation's capital in an F-18.
Were you nervous?
I was quite nervous. Didn't think I was going to be that nervous until all of a sudden the pilot was like, all right, we're taking off. I was like, oh, it's really happening.
You're in. You're up.
Yeah, but I didn't throw up. I didn't throw up.
That was my next question.
I know.
So thank you.
I beat you to it. Meanwhile, we do have a lot of news to cover. So let's get right to your news at 8. We're going to begin with that dangerous heat that's gripping much of the country. More than 60 million people waking up to new alerts from California to Florida. Record highs expected in parts of Texas and out in the Southwest. Meanwhile, torrential rain is pummeling the Northeast once again with a powerful system stretching from Pennsylvania to Connecticut. Weekend Today meteorologist Angie Lassman keeping a close eye on all of it. Lots happening in the weather department.
Lots happening in the weather department. Never a dull moment in the weather department, actually. But, guys, it's going to be the record temperatures that you're likely going to see across the country that stay with us for the long haul here. Notice this is through Sunday. Anywhere you see one of those red dots is where we'll have a potential record high. Much of it focused across the west, but that is not the only place that is warm and noticeably above normal for this time of year. That heat dome is partially what we're dealing with across parts of the Southwest and the Southern Plains, and it's making a difference with those actual temperatures and humidity levels. 101 in Abilene, feeling like 104. We've got Houston clocking in at 99 degrees this afternoon, but you will feel like 106. Across the West, notice Los Angeles are into the 90s. We've got 93 in Denver, so widespread areas dealing with temperatures well above normal. Tomorrow, 115 in Phoenix. Oklahoma City ends up at 101. And again, those records will be likely across parts of the Southwest, even as we get into the weekend and beyond. Temperatures 116 on Saturday in Phoenix. Nicer conditions for the most part across parts of the Northeast, except for the far northern New England areas. That's where you'll still see some of this kind of lingering rain through at least the day today. The good news is your flood threat is diminishing, but it's not zero. We're still going to have to look for some additional rain, guys. Anything a quarter of an inch to half an inch going to make a difference on these already saturated grounds. We'll watch that through the day today.
Plenty to watch. Angie, thank you. Turning to the Middle East now, with Iran vowing to punish the United States after American forces launched yet another round of heavy strikes against that country overnight. Our Gabe Gutierrez is at the White House with the latest on that one. Gabe, good morning.
Hallie, good morning. Weeks after the ceasefire collapse, this again appears to be an all-out war, with Iran denying that it wants to sit down for peace talks. People familiar with the discussions tell NBC News the president is increasingly exasperated on Iran as top officials can't agree on a path forward. Overnight, the U.S. military launching new retaliatory strikes against Iran. U.S. Central Command saying it hit dozens of targets, including military command centers, as well as missile and drone facilities.
We're going to be hitting them very hard because it's our turn to hit them.
President Trump with that earlier warning after Iran's unsuccessful surprise ballistic missile attack against American forces the day before in Jordan.
We had 5 rockets shot going 8,500 miles an hour, and all 5 rockets were knocked down to the ground.
Iran this morning threatening its own retaliation, vowing, quote, the aggressor will be punished today. This latest escalation coming after Iran broke a preliminary ceasefire deal by firing on commercial ships in the Strait of Hormuz weeks ago. The war appears to now be intensifying again throughout the region. Smoke seen rising over a U.S.-owned gas storage tanker in Egypt. Saudi Arabia joining the U.S. attacking Iran-aligned militias in Iraq. Still, President Trump is insisting Iran is ready to make a deal.
It's going to be straightening out. It's going to be straightening out.
Meanwhile, Americans are increasingly skeptical of the conflict. 72% in a new poll disapprove of the president's handling of Iran. A U.S. official and a person familiar with the discussion tell NBC News the president's frustrations about his military and diplomatic options to end the war erupted during a meeting last week with top national security officials. At one point, the president yelling expletives. The White House calling that description false, adding that the president trusts his team. For now, though, the pause in hostilities is over, and the war is flaring back up again.
We'll see if we get there with an agreement at some point, but we're going to hit them very hard.
Iran this morning is also claiming that its ballistic missiles destroyed 3 U.S. fighter jets and damaged 3 others at a military base in Jordan. The White House has not yet commented. Callie?
Gabe Gutierrez, thank you very much.
The Federal Reserve left its key interest rate unchanged yesterday for the 5th straight meeting. That decision, despite lingering concerns about persistently high inflation. Some economists had predicted the Fed would hike its rate by a quarter point. While the decision could be seen as good news for consumers, they might not feel much relief with the average credit card rate still hovering near 20%.
JetBlue is introducing a new fare structure as it's getting ready to launch first-class seating. There's now going to be 4 different groupings. You've got the regular seats all the way up to Mint. That's the premium lie-flat seating choice for JetBlue. From there, passengers can choose between 3 fare types: base, standard, flex. Bottom line, flyers are going to have more options on how much legroom they want and how premium they want their seats to be.
Well, yesterday we told you about the jackpot-winning Mega Millions ticket that was sold in Florida. Well, now we know which store it came from. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Wawa. Bradenton, Florida. Love that it happened at a Wawa, by the way.
Perfect.
That's where someone bought the ticket that's now worth a cool $800 million. It is the 10th largest jackpot in Mega Millions history. We do not know who that lucky winner is just yet, but according to state rules, their name does eventually become public record. So congrats to the winner and congrats to Wawa.
Of course it's a Wawa, my people.
Those are, yes.
Couldn't be more thrilled for them.
Yes.
Good group. We've covered the news. Carson's back now. Pop star Carson, we're psyched.
All right, guys, well, get psyched because how big is the movie The Odyssey? We're going to tell you about the very latest impressive record it is now reaching.
First, though, what is old is new again. There's a growing demand for vintage SUVs. And the driving force behind it, women. Priscilla Thompson's going to take us for a ride and a closer look at the trend right after this.
Yeah. Back now at 8:12, another excellent music choice with something you may have noticed on the roads and highways around your town.
That's right. The 90s are calling once again. The excitement this time all about a new love for some of the decade's most popular SUVs like Broncos and Jeeps.
I don't know if we've ever played Crazy Bone on the show.
I don't know
this is
either.
A treat. But they killed it already. All right, NBC's Priscilla Thompson. She is in Houston with more on what is driving the... You look good in that thing,
That's
Priscilla.
Right.
Thank you, guys. Excellent song choice. I would probably play it as I rolled up to the beach in this ride. And I got to tell you guys, this may be hard to believe, but cars from the 90s and even the early 2000s are now considered classics. And you have Jeeps like this 1982 Scrambler that are becoming some of the most sought-after vehicles on the road, with a growing number of women driving demand. From Cher's iconic Jeep and Clueless,
Should I write them a note?
to the old-school Ford Bronco.
Buckle up.
The boxy SUVs once left in the rear view are revving up a comeback.
For my 27th birthday, I bought myself a 1989 Land Cruiser for $6,500.
Fueled not by collectors.
Never did I ever think I was going to drive a vehicle where so many people would actually physically flag me down just so they could ask me what the heck this is.
But a growing number of women getting behind the wheel of these retro rides. Is that something that you're seeing?
Most definitely.
Dominic Pascalini is the showroom manager at Gateway Classic Cars in Houston. So a lot of people think of classic cars and they think of the muscle cars, but now it's sort of shifting to the boxy SUV. What's driving that?
It's really what people grew up with, right? People want to see the car that they always dreamed of having a kid. This is a 1974 Toyota Land Cruiser.
74?
Yeah, take a look inside.
Gotta tell you, this doesn't look very comfortable. And it doesn't look like it gets great gas mileage. What is the draw?
It's the way it makes you look, the way it makes you feel. Imagine pulling up to the beach on this thing. Everyone's going to want to talk to you.
For those who can afford to spend big, it's become the ultimate status symbol. From Alex Earl to Sydney Sweeney,
I could fix any car.
who restored this cherry red 1969 Bronco. Some spend tens of thousands on resto mods.
It's a 1972 chassis that's been completely rebuilt. It's beautiful. I mean, look at it.
Blending vintage style with modern comforts.
You get the cush luxury, the heated seats, the sunroof, but you have an older exterior feel.
But you don't need to spend big to get in the driver's seat.
Here's the truck.
19-year-old Gabriela Uresti paid $6,000 for this 1989 Ford Bronco.
And then here's me taking off the driver's side mirror.
So far, she spent around $3,000 fixing it up.
Okay, we did some work on the transmission, on the mufflers, new mirrors, new headlights.
How much do you plan to spend on it in all?
Way too much.
What made you buy this car?
I like how big they are. I like that the whole top comes off and you can just have all that wind in your hair when you're driving.
How does it feel when you're behind the wheel?
I love it. I love it. It's a head turner for sure.
Back at Gateway, I decided to take the trend for a spin.
Just got to put the key in. Let it go. There we go.
All right. Sliding behind the wheel of this fully restored 1959 Chevrolet. One of the few classics here with an automatic transmission.
So just let go of the brake.
All right.
And we will slowly go.
There's like no backup camera in here.
Yep.
Just got to use that rear view and look at it. Oh my God.
Old
Okay.
school.
I must say, it is very smooth. But I like the rumble.
Go ahead and give it a little gas. Don't be afraid.
There we go. My favorite part is definitely the wheel. It feels so old school.
It's nice to go back in the past once in a while, and that's the great thing about these classic cars. They allow us to do that.
That may be the real appeal. Not just the horsepower, but the history.
Like, this car has had a whole life before it got to me, and I think that they deserve to go on for thousands of more miles.
And Dominic says the trend has already found its youngest fan, his 3-year-old daughter, Ellie.
She has her own little toy pink Bronco that we drive around the block constantly.
So she's on the Bronco trend.
Yep, and she's avoiding curves.
Y'all, Ellie is living the dream. And I do have one tip for folks who might be looking to get in on this trend. You want to make sure, just like with any used car, that you try to get a pre-purchase inspection if you can. And I did ask Dominic, like, is there a right or a wrong way to do the restoration and how much you spend on it? And he says that there isn't. It's an art, and it's all about what you want to do. So you should just do what you feel compelled to do and enjoy it. Guys?
Oh, Priscilla,
very cool.
That looked like so much fun. Are you going to buy one now, you think?
Come on, you look good in that truck.
I am seriously considering it. I just fear that I will not, like, I'll get it and then I'll work on it for like a month and then I'll be like done with it. And I don't want to do that, you know?
Yeah.
I got to commit.
It's a long-term investment.
Yeah, smart.
Thank you,
Smarter
Priscilla.
than most.
Did you have a SUV, vintage SUV?
No, I see them everywhere though. Now I see they have these Broncos and stuff. They want them to look like, you know, the late 60s,
I mean, they
early
look
70s.
so cool. I think they're just
I
catnip.
can see you in one.
Yeah.
Come on, let me loose, Coach.
All right,
Let's
get in there.
go.
All right,
Best time of the morning.
Pop Start is on the way, guys, and here we go. We're going to start with Ben Affleck. You may remember last year it was Ben's best friend Matt Damon who took home the top prize during his run on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Well, now Ben, it was his turn in the hot seat, looking to do the same. He was partnered with Jeopardy champ Jamie Ding. The duo made it all the way to the 15th and final question. That is where they used a lifeline to ask host Jimmy Kimmel to weigh in. And after looking in his guess, here's how that went.
I don't know, man. I don't know how you feel, but I would bet on Jimmy. I would go for it.
So we're going to say D, spaghetti and meatball? Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Computer, please reveal the correct answer.
The computer was double checking that for a while there. That was the drama. Well, look at that.
That's a hard question, though. I mean, I don't know. I remember Tater and Tom.
Look how happy they are.
Yeah.
By the way, Affleck's $1 million winnings were donated to the charity of his choice. All right, let's go back to Ben's BFF, Matt Damon, and his movie, The Odyssey. Christopher Nolan's big epic film already made box office history. Its journey not yet finished. The movie's already made over $700 million globally. Did that in just 12 days. Domestically, it surpassed Oppenheimer's total earnings, doing that in just 2 weeks after it opened. The Odyssey also on track to overtake The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises, which would make it Nolan's highest-grossing film of all time.
Wow.
It is. Have you seen The Odyssey?
Oh, yeah.
You saw it in the IMAX
so
70.
good.
That's right.
Did you
I
see
saw
it
it
in
too,
IMAX?
yeah.
Well,
there's a caveat to that. There's only 41 real IMAX.
Right.
I saw it in an IMAX. A
Like a
cheap
regular,
IMAX,
yeah,
I don't know what you would call it, and it was
Still
awesome.
amazing, right?
Oh, amazing.
I'm going
gotta
next
see
week. Yeah.
I thought Braveheart was like a big scale and scope movie, right? Like that type of movie, or Tombstone or something.
Yeah.
And then you see The Odyssey and you're just like, oh my gosh.
Wow.
By the way, every movie star in Hollywood's in it. It's insane.
Yeah.
All
right, we'll leave it that. No spoilers, though, guys. Check it out. Next up, the Thomas Crown Affair. Speaking of movies, the third movie about the fictional art thief is coming soon. You might recall back in '68, Steve McQueen played the first one, and then we got Pierce Brosnan in the follow-up, which was in '99. Now Oscar winner Michael B. Jordan will step into the shoes of that title role. The first trailer dropped yesterday, and in it we get a glimpse at the billionaire's heist and the complicated love interest that's taking note.
I've been taking risks my entire life. But last night, it was different. I felt alive, but I'm not finished yet. That's what excites me. Move, everyone, move! I just had to come over and introduce myself. Thomas Crown.
I know exactly who you are.
I mean, think if you're the producers working on like the next James Bond, right? And you're trying to be cool, and then you see that trailer, and you're like, oh man,
So cool.
We're not going to be cooler than that.
No.
Michael B. Jordan starring in it. He also directed it, by the way.
The girls here were very excited about it.
Yeah, it looks great. The Thomas Crown Affair is the movie, and hits theaters in
Put that on your
March.
list.
All right.
Next up, Outer Banks. The Pogues are back in for one last ride. Netflix releasing a new trailer for the 5th and final season of the hit show. Here's the setup. After losing their best friend, money, and home, John B. and the gang are on a mission for revenge and redemption.
Hope, are you good?
I'm not the one with the stack of books about a magic crown in her car.
I'm not letting Groff win.
I'm not here to tell you what to do, Pete. I already lost my best friend.
The legend is that the crown can bring back the dead.
Thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
We might have a plan.
Season 5 of Outer Banks hits Netflix on August 20th, and ahead of its release, we're going to be sitting down with that cast here in Studio 1A. Not to mention, one of its stars, Drew Starkey, is going to be here live in our next half hour. Talking about Lucky, I think, which is a great show. Finally, Craig, we're looking at you. New podcast out, Glass Half Full. Finally, we get an incredible person that you sit down with here. Sports broadcaster, somebody you know very well. It's your wife, Lindsay.
Yay.
And in the episode, Lindsay opening up about her work-life balance, her new true crime series, and her surprising new, is that hubby?
Hobby.
Oh, hobby.
I love an opportunity to perform on stage. And you might laugh, but because professionally in the sports lane, I would say that play-by-play is something that has always intrigued me. I love to do improv comedy. You're laughing, but it is.
No, that only took me an hour to get you there because I wanted you to talk about your love of improv.
Really?
Oh, sweetie, I think people are going to, people love to hear this. Like you started taking improv classes a year ago.
Wow.
I'm obsessed
Once a
with
week.
this. Has she performed?
They are preparing for a performance.
When? Where?
I will let you know off camera.
Have you gotten a sneak peek?
He gets one every day.
You beat me to it. I got a sneak peek at her
You're going to
improv
lose every argument now because she's got the if and. She's got all the skill sets to just win the argument and be funny.
I'm convinced that's why she started taking improv.
But she's got it. That's so brave.
Glass Half Full. You can get that on YouTube, wherever you get your podcast. That's going to be great. Finally, Lindsay's on.
Yeah, it was tough.
Been waiting for that episode.
Just ahead, look who's made his way to Studio 1A. We cannot wait to chat with, there he is, Mr. Andrew Garfield. We're going to talk about his magical new movie that the whole family can really enjoy. We'll do that after a quick check of your local news, weather. Look at that hair. Look at that hair after local news. Back with an Oscar-nominated star, a fella named Andrew Garfield. You've seen him in his shining roles in Social Network, the Tick, Tick, Boom, of course. Spider-Man himself. But his new film is fun for the entire family. It's called The Magic Faraway Tree. It's from the creative mind behind the Paddington movies, and it's based on a beloved British children's book. Andrew stars as a father of 3 whose family is starting this new life in the English countryside where fantastical adventures await. But first, Dad's got to get a bit of a handle on farm life.
What are you doing?
Oh no, you know, getting the tacky going, you know how it goes. Gonna make this baby sing.
It did not sing for a while. Andrew Garfield, welcome back.
Hey, man, nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
I was just telling you, I was watching it last night. It's just good, clean fun for the whole family.
It's joyful. It's a sweet, joyful story, yeah.
Some of your recent roles, they were Embattled College Professor, Grieving Husband, Murder Detective. I mean, this is quite the change of pace. Your nice, cozy sweaters in the countryside.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to have a bit of a nice time and tell a story that my nephews and my godkids and my friends' kids could all enjoy together. I think we need more joy right now in our world, and this feels just like a bit of a warm hug, a warm bath, a warm blanket. And I think, you know, audiences in the UK have loved it. I love those Paddington movies so much. They're so funny, they're so touching, they're so heartwarming. I think we need really good, tactile family films right now.
It's wholesome.
It's wholesome.
You mentioned the British audiences, because this already premiered over the pond.
It did, yeah.
And this is for the American audience. Have you noticed, is there a difference between the two audiences?
I think American audiences love English stuff. That's what I've noticed. That's what I've noticed.
Do they love our stuff as much over there?
I mean, you guys, you know, I remember like when you guys get everything before we do. You had MTV before we do. You had the Game Boy before we did. You had all these amazing things before we did. So we're always kind of playing catch up with you. But there's something about British nostalgia and our way of telling kind of like family stories that I think really does connect with American audiences. And this film feels universal. It's about families trying to make it work. And I think all families right now are trying to make it work in this kind of new era of, you know, technological advancement that arguably could be separating us more than it's kind of like connecting us. And I feel like what these parents and their kids are going through feels just very universal for all families in the world right now.
I'm glad you mentioned that theme, because that is sort of a through line in this film. You're basically, like a lot of families, struggling with technology and trying to get kids off the screens. You're in another film coming up that sort of takes a look at that tension, if you will, between technology and society. You're playing Sam Altman.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about this role.
Yeah, it's a film called Artificial, and it's about OpenAI and the journey that company's been on. And yeah, I think it is a really interesting theme right now. I am kind of drawn to the question of how do we live in a balanced way right now with all of these amazing technologies that are being created, that are giving us so many opportunities that make life so much more convenient, but also maybe are, as you say, creating a tension between us being able to be really connected to our true selves and truly with each other and to all this beautiful nature that surrounds us. Right. How are we doing the job that we're supposed to do, which is, I believe, be the custodians of our planet? How do we take care of our planet and care for our planet in the way that we are meant to as conscious beings on this planet? And I feel like there is a tension there, and it's a tension that I'm very, very curious about.
Well, it's a tension that parents are grappling with. It's a tension that society is grappling with. Lawmakers as well. So I'm anxious to see that one.
Okay.
For folks who may not know, you grew up here, you moved over the pond, you live there now. I wanted to ask your opinion on a few things.
Please.
British versus American, okay?
Oh, no, you're going to create an enemy out of me.
I am not. I am not. But you answer honestly. First of all, your character in the film, you play a tomato farmer. I say tomato. What do you say?
I say tomato, I'm afraid.
Of course you do.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. All All right, tea or coffee?
I'm going to say coffee, but that's more Italian English, you know.
Fish and chips or cheeseburger?
I'm going to go cheeseburger, and that's an insult to my countrymen, so I apologize for that.
Wimbledon or the Super Bowl?
I'm going Wimbledon. I'm sorry, bro. I really did. I've been getting into American football. I call it American football because it's not actual football. But I've been sorry. I know. But I've been getting into it. I played it on the beach recently with my nephews and Devon, and we had a great time. Buttonhook.
Who's your team? Who's your American football team?
You know, I'm going to have to say the 49ers.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's none of your business. That's just my team.
Okay,
dude.
fine. Football or soccer?
But I just want to say also go Knicks.
No.
What a time
Knicks
to be
at 5.
a New Yorker. Holy
You just redeemed yourself with millions.
Congratulations to this city. My God.
Harry Potter or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Oh, you're American.
Yeah, I feel more American than English in a lot of ways.
You may not recall this. The last time you were here, we asked you about being in the next Spider-Man movie.
Oh, yeah.
And you lied to our faces.
Yes.
You said, no,
proudly,
I'm not going to be in Spider-Man.
Yes.
And then we watched Spider-Man. Oh, look, there's Andrew Garfield in Spider-Man.
Yeah, that was me. That was me.
Spider-Man, perhaps you've heard, it's coming out in a few days.
Didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Hadn't heard about that. Didn't know they made any more. That's interesting.
Well, yeah, it hasn't been the same without you, but are you in this one?
I mean, no one's going to believe me any question about Spider-Man from here on for the rest of my life. I'm going to be known as a liar.
Well...
But no, I'm not. I'm not in it, but I'm very excited to see it. I love Tom, I love Zendaya, I love Jacob, I love all those guys, and I'm very, very excited.
Have you seen it already?
I haven't seen it. I'm very excited to
I
see
don't even know if you're telling the truth now.
Yeah, I know. You'll never know. You'll never know. I might even hear. I may be AI. I don't know.
Andrew Garfield, you're always a treat. Thank you.
It's lovely to see you.
Thank you for being here. Again, that new film, it's called The Magic Faraway Tree. It is in theaters on August 21st. He is not going to be in Spider-Man, Allie.
Before football season starts, we'll be watching the Niners. We know it. Up next, a new Shop Today hot list to help you stay cool during these dog days of summer. But first, this is Today on NBC. Back now at 8:45 with a brand new hot list that's filled with products to help you enjoy summer and, importantly, especially now, to stay cool while doing it. Lifestyle expert Makot Ndlovu is here to walk us through the picks, and you can shop along by scanning that QR code right there on the bottom of your screen. Good morning. It's so good to see you.
It's always a pleasure to see you. You look beautiful in that
Thank
dress.
you. I love the butter yellow.
Thank
Very
you.
on trend.
Well, let's get into these products.
Please.
If you're a hot sleeper like I am, you're going to love this blanket. I absolutely love that the brand says that it's made with that 100% Japanese arc chill technology. Just feel it. It's cool to the touch. It's
thin.
Easy.
Yeah.
It's lightweight. It's breathable. It's cozy, but without feeling too hot. So you can take it from the bed to the couch, take it even for summer travel. It's machine washable, and it comes in a bunch of different sizes. I mean, it's starting at $17.99.
Wow.
You can get a throw blanket all the way up to a king size. So I absolutely love this to beating the summer heat.
Well, we also, for hot sleepers, my daughter's a hot sleeper, by the way. We keep her room so cool, but she's always hot. These pillows, cool pillows,
Welcome
too.
to the club. All right, if you are a hot sleeper, you're going to love these pillows. Just, Hallie, just feel them.
I mean, they're soft and squishy. What more do you want?
They're cool, which is the most important thing. So I absolutely love these pillows. They are great because they keep you nice and cool as you're going to sleep. They are machine washable according to the brand. And I love that you can wash them without ruining the cooling agent. We have them in standard and we also have them in the king.
You just throw them in the washing machine and they're good to go.
Washer. But here's why I love these pillows. I absolutely love them because they help to regulate my body temperature, which in turn helps me sleep longer. And we spoke to an expert that said you should be actually replacing your pillows every 2 to 3 years. So if you've got pillows that you need to switch out, these are, you're nodding, you're like, that's
Let's
me.
not talk about the guest room, but sure.
Yes, and we have them on deal. You definitely want to check them out. They are 20% off.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And then these toner pads, which are cooling as well, which is nice when you're feeling a little puffy or hot in the morning.
Here's the thing. Hot summer days can be really rough on our skin, but these toner pads are great. They're made with the hyaluronic acid, which is super great. Really helps out with the puffiness. It also helps to reduce the appearance of pores on your face, and it can cool the skin by up to 40 degrees. These are, have you ever used these toner pads before?
No, do you have to put them in the fridge to be cool, or they just do it right out of the...
exactly cool, just like this. You can use them right out of here. So the way that you use them is that you put them on your face, you let them sit for a little bit, and it really gets that cooling reset going on in your skin. So I love these. When I wake up in the morning, my skin is super puffy. Just putting them on really helps with that puffiness.
Speed round for these last two, these cooling bracelets.
These are called the Hot Girl Pearls. They
I'll take
are
two.
absolutely amazing. The way they work is they have this non-toxic cooling gel on the inside. You put them on while
about is absolutely right. When you feel them, it is incredible. So they have that non-toxic cooling gel. They really hit those pulse points that are on the inside of your wrist, according to the brand, to really help overall regulate your body temperature. So use these when you're working out outdoors, when you're running around, running errands. The way they work is that they come with this travel pouch. You put them in this travel pouch for just 4 hours, and you get 30 minutes of that cooling sound.
And if you're working out, you got a little athletic dress.
Speaking
and this is a good
of
deal.
stylish, this is on deal, 50% off. This is the type of dress that you want to throw on and go. I have a picture of me wearing the dress. I actually wore this dress yesterday to work out. A couple of things
And
I
there's
love.
shorts underneath.
Shorts underneath, the wrap skirt. I also love that it has that built-in shelf bra. It's got those thick straps, which is great for working out. 50% off, which is such a great deal. Comes in a bunch of different colors, 3 colors that you can choose from. Comes in sizes extra small all the way to 4X, and then regular, tall, and petite lengths.
Working out or just walking around and looking cute.
And
Those
looking
are all good
cute.
options.
Isn't that the best part?
Thank you. So good to see you. Thank you so much. To get this stuff, all these products and more, scan the QR code, hit it up right on your screen, or check out today.com/shop. And by the way, Today earns a commission on purchases made through our QR code and links. Craig?
All right, Holly, thank you. Up next, Outer Banks star Drew Starkey in the house. He's going to tell us about his action-packed new show. It's called Lucky. But first, this is Today on NBC. And welcome back. Well, fans of the wildly popular Outer Banks will know our next guest very well. Drew Starkey. He is part of another heist gone wrong in the new Apple TV series. This one's called Lucky. It's about a woman on the run after a multi-million-dollar caper doesn't go as planned. Drew plays her husband, the son of a mobster who gets caught between the 2 women in his life. Take a look.
I'm in love, Mom. I'm in love, and I know you wouldn't understand that.
So you're sacrificing everything for a girl who is lying to you.
What are you talking about?
That girl that you're so madly in love with.
You were busted by the feds, Mom.
Yeah, how do you think that happened?
Oh, Drew, welcome back. Good morning.
Thank you, man.
So it's one of these series, like it grabs you by the collar right off the top, right from the beginning. You play the son of a mobster without giving away too much. It's unclear whether you're a good guy, whether you're a bad guy. Tell folks a little bit more about your character that you play.
Well, I mean, you meet these 2 characters, Carrie and Lucky, in the beginning of the series, episode 1, and then within the first 15 minutes, my character has disappeared. So we follow the perspective of Lucky for the rest of the series, or at least up until episode 4, trying to track me down. Yeah.
Lucky, played by Anya Taylor-Joy.
The amazing Anya Taylor-Joy, yeah.
Who, by the way, saw you in something else, and like whatever she saw you in, she was like, he needs to play opposite me. This is the guy, and she calls and she makes. That's it.
I know. I was very, very flattered. It's always nice to get a cold call from someone you admire and bring you into something. So yeah.
And you played the son of the legendary Annette Bening.
Yeah.
What was it like working with her?
I mean, incredibly nerve-wracking. I mean, I worked with her a couple days, and Annette is a legend in her own regard. She's amazing, incredibly poignant. We had a lot of. She's so free in her work, and we had a lot of rehearsal period, and so detail-oriented. So yeah, you pick up when you work with great actors, you get to pick up little gifts from them.
5th and final season of that wildly popular show, The Outer Banks. This is it. I mean, you've been part of this for so long now.
I know.
What can folks expect?
Oh man, each season I think it gets larger and larger in scale, and this final season definitely does so. But I mean, that show's been so good to us. I mean, it's been 7 years of filming in your home state of South Carolina. Yeah, I mean, it was such a family and such a good group of people to get to work with, and yeah, sad that it's over.
I heard recently, and I was a little surprised by this. Of you don't have a lot of vices, but one of them is reality TV.
Yeah.
And back in the day, you were a big fan of
Jersey Shore.
Of course.
I'm already going to tell you.
And who's your favorite character?
I mean, with one person for a day, it'd be DJ Pauly D for sure.
Pauly D. Yeah. He heard about it. He sent you something.
No, he did not.
Take a look.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy DJ Pauly D, and this message is for my man Drew Starkey. What's up, my dude? Just heard that you're a fan. Well, guess what? I am a fan of you as well. That's right. I know you live by that gym, tan, and laundry lifestyle, just like me. I seen you on Outer Banks, and I can't wait to watch the new season. Appreciate the love, appreciate the support, and it's your boy DJ Pauly D. Yeah, buddy.
That's crazy. GTL, baby. T-shirt time. DJ Pauly D. That's wild.
Full circle.
Full circle. What a dream. You guys make dreams come true.
We do every day at the Today Show. I had no idea that you were such a big fan of the Jersey Shore. And I had no idea, by the way, he's such a big fan of the Outer Banks.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool.
You're so cool. Drew, thank you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, man.
We'll see you soon, I'm sure. The new show, it's called Lucky. It is streaming now on Apple TV. We're going to chat with one of Drew's co-stars in our third hour, Timothy Oliphant. He's going to drop. I always pronounce it Oliphant. It's Oliphant. Timothy Oliphant will stop by. But first, a quick check of your local news, weather, and these messages.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.